Hi everyone, I'm Harold.
And I'm Brayden.
And we're here to talk
Talk
trikes. This time we're going to be talking about a little bit more of an obscure subject, but everything that we all have in the back of our minds. We're talking about why would someone want to get into recumbent triking or triking in general. Whether you have a bike and you're looking for something different, you're not able to ride a bike any longer, but you still want to have the cycling experience, or you just want a nice, comfortable, laid back way to get into biking in general, and then you want trikes to be your first pit stop in that world. We're gonna dive a little bit into that today. So, Brayden, I wanna get your perspective.
Yeah, and can I just start by saying,
Yeah,
man, is it good to be back on the show with you?
I missed you, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. I've been
Good.
good. I've been
Hey.
selling stuff. It's been a busy season this time, and it's been hard for us to get together at the same time. Either you're on the phone or I'm on the phone.
Mhm.
One of us is on the sales floor, and finally back together in the saddle again.
Absolutely. And I know you wanted to throw me the first question, but I'm just going to throw it right back at
Oh, I
you.
can't believe you.
We have a lot of customers calling us on the phone, walking into the door, and hey, I have X reason and I'm looking for X. What's the reason they're here? Get into a trike?
Get into a
And
trike.
why are they trying to get into a trike?
Why are they trying to get into a trike? And the most common thing I see is someone is having an issue with riding a bike. Like they've been riding a bike for a long time and they want to see what's going to be more comfortable. So they want to try out something with a laid back seat, something
Mm.
that can be padded, doesn't require as much on your body, whether you're having to lean your arms over on handlebars or you have a really small saddle that comes with all the bikes for some reason. You go to Recumbent Trike, you've got wide seats, you've got comfortable padding, you're not having to lean over in an uncomfortable position. You can be in a more natural feeling ride. And plus, instead of having to lean over your handlebars, if you're the type of person that wants to take in scenery, trikes have open cockpits. And so instead of you looking down, you're looking up and you can enjoy the scene, which is very important, especially here in Utah, where we have so much nature, so many trails to go on, and a lot of it is beautiful. And you're going to be missing a little bit if you're so focused on the biking instead of the experience itself.
I like that your first instant, why am I looking to a trike? Well, one, comfort,
Right,
just more comfortable than sitting on a bike seat.
right,
And I don't have to explain that to anybody. They understand.
right.
I can stand sitting on a bike seat longer than I had to, right? Sitting on a trike in comfort, I almost want to pull one in my office sometimes. It's a
Right,
little bit
just
more
take a nap.
comfortable than my office chair.
That's for sure. On that same topic, if I'm a more experienced cyclist, what should I expect to be one of the main difference in going to a trike? Am I going to be losing anything drivetrain wise? Anything that I want to be sacrificing when I go to a recumbent trike, like the cat trike villager per se?
Sure. And I mean, I'd hate to start bringing in, the differences now, but to get into a couple of them, it's a trike. You've got another wheel that,
Right.
for better or for worse, right? In most situations, yes, it's going to make the trike more stable. You don't have to worry about falling over, which means you can keep your mind on something else rather than just
Right.
trying to stay upright. But with that extra wheel comes more drag. You have more traction to fight. It is going to be more weight in most cases. So there are some downsides coming from a strictly bike two wheel
Hmm.
to I have a third wheel that I'm now fighting to get where I'm going. And you really see that in like fat tire trikes.
Right.
Right? I know that fat tire bikes, you're going to have plenty of traction, but that third wheel that you are now fighting against whatever terrain you're going on,
Right.
can slow you down. In a lot of ways, though, that can still be an advantage.
Right.
I take it down on the sand dunes, the snow. All of a sudden, I need as much traction as I
You
can.
have that extra contact
Mhm.
point, so you're able just to, it's like another hand just grabbing the road as you go and climbing for you.
Right. Following the same kind of train of thought and to put things more specific, why would you choose a trike over a bike?
Think there's a lot of reasons. Comfort, we already covered that. Um, you're gonna have a lot more places to store cargo on these. You're not gonna have to worry about, for an example, you're riding on a bike and you have a lot of cargo on you and you need to access something in your back. You will have to completely stop, get off the bike, have a kickstand, put the kickstand on, and have to stop your ride for a long period of time. With the trike, it's not so bad. If you think about it, you're taking a full seat with you wherever you're going the whole time. You're gonna have a lot more cargo space as well with racks, storage spaces that can go underneath the seat. A lot of the meshes here have pockets built into
Sure.
them as
Well,
well.
even those side-mounted bags, right? You're
Right.
sitting down and they're right here.
Right. Everything's going to be easily accessible. And for touring, you really can't go wrong. For long term riding, you want to make sure that when you're comfortable, when you can have easy access to everything you're going to need riding snacks, cameras, water, and everything, you want that to all be with you so you don't have to interrupt your ride. And that, with a recumbent trike, makes that as easy as possible.
Mm. And I mean, talking it over with some of the other guys here, one of them put it perfect, right? I ride my trike every day because if I ride the bike every day, and all it takes is a pothole,
Right.
and then it's ruined.
Right.
Everything's changed now.
Right.
I can hit
Bend a
that and
wheel,
forward it over
hurt
a trike,
yourself.
and I'm
Yeah.
not going to hurt myself.
Right.
I'm not going to throw myself over the handlebars. I'm likely not going to tip over unless I'm trying to tip over.
Right.
So
That's
a lot
another
safer.
great thing to cover stability wise. You
Mhm.
don't have to worry about as much on a trike. That's another thing. When you're already in that either a racing environment, a touring environment, a commuting environment, when you're thinking about cars, you're thinking about which turn am I going next. And then you also have to think, how do I keep this bike stable and avoid obstacles?
Mhm.
With the trike, you don't want to go for potholes, of course not. You don't want to do that anyways, but it's not going to be catastrophic. You don't
Mhm.
have to worry about maintaining balance and speed while you're already planted on the ground.
And stability kind of seems like a no-brainer, right? And we
Right.
should talk about it a little bit because for those that ride bikes, stability is not a problem. It's second nature. I understand.
Right.
I'm not going to fall over on my bike. Usually I do pretty good.
Right.
For other people, like my wife, they never learned that stability.
Never ridden a
They
bike
couldn't ride a bike.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to keep themselves up. She can ride a trike.
Oh yeah.
Anyone can ride a trike.
Right.
All it takes is sitting down in the lazy boy and pedaling your feet.
Right. When it comes for climbing too while you're on a bike, you have to maintain a certain speed. And when you're going uphill and you're having to figure out your gearing and everything, that could be difficult and that could be dangerous if you're not prepared before you go up.
Hmm.
While on a trike, you can go as slow as you want and go in any gear you want. There's not going to be some gears where you're going to want to go up on a hill. You
Right.
don't want to go up on high gearing, but you can do it and not have to worry about falling on your butt.
Well, right. You could stop midway up the hill and you're not going to be worried about falling left or right. I mean,
Right.
you're just stopped.
You're just gonna be tired, and then you're already on a recumbent seat. Take a nap while you're halfway up there.
That's
Why?
why it's
Why
our
not?
favorite trike.
That's
That's
why we
it.
love them. One of my favorite things about trikes is that you can go on there and have your kid fantasy go kart pedaling experience and feel like you're in a tiny race car the whole time. And for a lot of people that are looking for that or looking for a cycling experience that have never been able to take that with a bike or have, for various reasons, never been able to ride a bike, but still want that freedom to get out there, a trike's going to be the way to go.
And like I said earlier, really anybody can sit down in a recumbent trike and
Right.
just start going,
Right.
right? And if they can't do it off of stock OEM parts, usually they're adaptable to fit the needs of the rider.
Absolutely.
Uh,
And that's one thing that's unique about trike, at least I feel. There is there are so many custom options that you can add there to make a recumbent trike really for anyone in any variety of needs. If you want to have help getting in and out, throw on some grab bars. If
mhm.
you want to raise up the seat height, get larger wheels. That's easy enough to do.
Right. And I mean, even simpler things, right? Brakes, I need all the controls on one side, done,
Right.
doable. I have a hard time keeping my feet in the pedals. Of course, there's something for it.
Right.
And I'm not saying these options aren't there for bikes. It's just a lot easier
To put
on a
on a
recumbent
trike,
trike.
right? And you take out that factor of also having to worry about balancing. I know a lot of people that have stability issues because they, for various reasons, have always had that their entire life. Trike eliminates that so they can just get whatever they need to help them feel comfortable on the trike and be able to ride for as long as they want.
So to tie this back into the original statement of the video, why do people get on recumbent trikes?
Why would they get on a recumbent trikes? Why not?
Yeah.
It's easy to use. It's you don't sacrifice much performance in going to a trike, and you can put a variety of custom options on it, motors, accessibility aids. You can get it on right-hand controls only. You can make more than anything, you can tailor a trike to your needs without having to worry about falling like on a
Mhm.
bike. You just take that risk out and just increase your comfort, increase your stability so you can enjoy riding and get some freedom back.
In the years that we've been doing trikes and quads, just throw them in a little bit, we have been able to adapt most trikes and quads to fit all types of riders.
Right.
We've done it. There's ways to do it.
Right.
So it's really just a question of how bad do you want to get out there and ride something?
Yeah.
This is it. We can do it.
We want you to ride more than you do. We want everyone to be out there on the trail. We want everyone to be able to experience the joys of cycling, relaxing, and spin fasting.
Spin fasting.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep. Of course, these are just Brayden and I's opinions and our experiences in the people that we've met here. We want to know what you guys think, what you have to say, and we want to start a discussion. If you were in a position of choosing a bike over a trike and you chose the trike over the bike, tell us why.
Okay. I talk to him all the time, every day. I'd love to hear from somebody else on why
I'm always
they got
yapping.
on a trike. What was the reason you got on the trike? Did you go from a bike to a trike? Why would you choose the trike over the bike? I mean, I'm just interested. I want to know more.
Of course, if you guys are interested too, our newsletter that goes out every Friday at around noon, ran by Hannah here, has stories from people that have chose to ride the recumbent trikes and take that in as their lifestyle. And of course, we have a variety of videos in the past that go over riding trikes, what it means to do that. And you can see more of that if you'd like, subscribe. And if you know someone who might be interested, share this video to them, have them join in on the discussion with us and talk trikes.
And of course, if you have any other questions that even aren't related to this video topic, still leave them below.
Right.
We'd love to hear and we love answering.
Email us, call us, comment below. We'll see it one way or another.
Absolutely. And Harold, just to wrap this video up, what should people always remember?
Remember to relax, spin fast, and ride trikes. Have a good one, everybody.